Welcome. I'm Megan, if we haven't met yet, and this is a water element mandala vinyasa. Mandala means circle in Sanskrit. If you are new to this practice, it just means that we're going to be moving in a circular way around the mat, and the element of water really lends itself to this practice because it's incredibly fluid and playful and very creative. So enjoy. I can't wait to share this with you. Thank you for being here. It's nice to have some props close by. I like to have a bolster and 2 blocks, maybe a blanket, whatever you need for your practice. But when you're ready, we're going to start lying down on the back with the soles of the feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. You can place blocks under the knees if you like, just supporting the knees. If the hips feel a little bit tender, or you can just let them drop open. And you can let your hands rest somewhere on the body, maybe on the belly, just below the belly button, where sacral chakra lies, which connects us to the element of water. Let the eyes drift closed and just allow yourself to drop onto the mat. Wherever this practice finds you at whatever point of your day, week, month, life. These first few moments of conscious stillness really allow us to connect into the present. And this practice, all that it asks of you is to show up for wherever you are right now, not where you were yesterday, not where you're going to be tomorrow. To just meet yourself where you're at right now. And a really beautiful way that we can connect to the present is by something completely innate within us, something that we don't even ever think about. By finding the breath. And I really like to observe the breath for exactly what it is. As you inhale, imagine you're welcoming the present moment in. And as you exhale, just visualize saying goodbye to that moment. On your next inhale, you welcome a new moment in. And as you exhale, you say goodbye to that moment. And the breath really just connects us to this moment that's being lived right now. We often don't experience moments until we leave them. Processing situations after we've exited them. And kind of dealing with the feelings that come after that, like a delayed response. But throughout this practice, I really want us to lengthen the space between each moment, savoring every moment as it is, every transition, every posture, enjoying it. So take a few more cycles of breath, just like that, witnessing the breath come in, welcoming a new moment. And witnessing the breath go out, saying goodbye to a new moment, each cycle an ending and beginning in itself, continuously. And for these next couple of moments in stillness, just observe the subtle energy shifts that are happening beneath the surface. Just like a body of water that might seem still, there is Gentle movement happening beneath the surface as the belly gently rises and falls as you welcome the breath in and out. Just another moment here. Really softening. Good. When you're ready, let's draw a deep breath in through the nose together. And let a big breath go out through your mouth. And then bring your hands under the knees as you inhale, draw the knees in towards one another. And then heel toe your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees drop inwards. Just pause. As much as we're trying to experience things whilst we're in it, we are still flooded with sensations once we exit the posture. So just notice that sensations in the hips, in the groin. And then let your feet become parallel. Let the knees journey over the ankles. And the hands can land wherever they want. They might cactus. As you inhale, stay here. As you exhale, let your knees drop over towards the right. Inhale, come back through the center. And exhale, let your legs go over towards the left. Just like that. Inhale, come back through the center. And exhale, go over to the right, and just continue with that with your breath, like this constant tick-tocking, flowing action from one side to the other. So we're not stopping. There's no clear ending or beginning. We're just cycling with the breath from side to side. Good. The next time you land over on the right, we'll stay there. And you might stay with your legs in this stag leg position, or you might like to hook this outside right ankle onto the outside of the left thigh, if that feels good in your body. My knees are a little bit funny, so I don't really like that variation, but I know a lot of people do. Just find a moment again in seeming stillness, but there's still movement happening beneath the surface as the belly rises and falls. Good. If your ankles are hooked, unhook them as you inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, go to the left, and take that variation if you took it on the other side. Just finding a little bit of balance, seeming stillness, as there's just subtle movement happening beneath the surface. Good. Unhook the ankles if they're hooked. As you inhale, come back through center and draw the knees towards your armpits now. Start by holding behind the thighs as you draw the knees towards the armpits. Maybe you walk the hands to the ankles or to the feet and find a full happy baby. And feel free to really explore this movement. You might rock gently from side to side, massaging the sacrum onto the mat, maybe stretching one leg. The element of water really cares about and considers creativity and playfulness in our practice. Kind of moving away from doing things because they feel safe now and actually doing things because they're pleasurable. So you might close the eyes and just explore your body. Whatever feels good. Eventually we'll bring the hands behind the thighs and we'll rock up a couple of times. If you prefer to fall over onto one side and push yourself up, do that instead. But we'll meet in a tabletop position. And just bring the hands under your shoulders, your knees under the hips. You can tuck the toes or press the tops of the feet down. And begin to move here in whatever way feels good. Again, I like to close the eyes and invoke a sense of pratyahara, which means withdrawing your senses and letting the movement be felt more than anything. Maybe there's a barrel roll, a waving of the hips from side to side, chasing a pathway that you perhaps haven't explored yet. Just take one more here. Good. And then we'll meet together in a tabletop position. Keep your left toes tucked under. As you inhale, extend the right leg back. And as you exhale, draw your right knee towards your right shoulder and take a lizard lunge. Big step to the outside of your right hand. You can be on fingertips, blocks, or the palms. Inhale to pull the chest through the arms. Exhale to soften your hip flexors towards the earth. Left hip pulls down as the heart lifts. Breathe in. Sinking that back hip towards the earth as you breathe out. Another breath. Good. Slowly, you're going to begin to pull your left hip back and wiggle your right toes towards the center of the mat. Spin your left toes behind the left knee. Tuck them under and rise into a baby little warrior two, opening the arms in line with your shoulders. Now, there might be a gentle rock forwards and backwards here. Gazing towards that front middle finger, externally rotating the right thigh. Nothing too deep yet. On your next inhale, invert the right palm, reach forwards. Exhale, baby. Viparita Virabhadrasana, reverse warrior. Now this left hand can come to your left thigh or maybe the ankle, calf, earth. Big stretch into the right side of the body, lifting up. Take another sip of air in. Good. And back through to your baby warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, mini side angle. Look towards the left hand, place the right forearm towards the thigh, or drop the hand inside of the foot and stretch. Left side of the body open now. Drinking breath, prana in along the left side of the body. Take one more. Good, and then look down. Bring both hands down towards the earth. Spin your left toes back. Pick your right foot up and find that tabletop again. Little wiggle of the hips if you need to find some space. And then we'll just go to the other side. Tuck under the right toes as you inhale. Extend the left leg back. Exhale, draw your left knee to your left shoulder. Step the foot outside of the hand. Lizard. Breathe in as you pull the heart forwards. And breathe out as you drop your right hip flexor towards the earth. There can be a sway as you breathe. Encouraging spaciousness slowly. One more breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Now slowly you're going to begin to pull your hips back as you wiggle your left toes into the middle of the mat and spin your right toes behind the right knee so that you can rise into that baby Virabhadrasana, finding warrior two on the knees. Maybe there's a bob up and down as you allow your hips to sink just a little bit towards the earth. Another moment. Good. As you inhale, reach the left hand forwards, invert the palm. Exhale, baby reverse warrior, left arm to the sky. Right hand kind of falls wherever it falls. And visualize this drinking of the breath in through the left side of the body. Breathe as you reach up high. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the arms back in line with your shoulders. Exhale, baby side angle, left forearm to the thigh. Right arm reaches by the ear. Breathe in. And open the chest. Press the knee away as you open the hip. And open into the right shoulder at the same time. There's this sense of reaching in opposite directions, really expansive. Another breath. Good. Slowly begin to look down. Bring both hands towards the mat. We meet back in a tabletop position. Draw your knees out, your big toes together. Sink your hips towards the heels. Wide child's pose. There might be this little sensual sway of the hips from side to side here as you just awaken into the pelvis. Stretch the hands away from you. Inhale, roll forwards, tabletop. Tuck the toes, exhale, push the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Now take your time to arrive here, spreading through the fingers, pushing the heels to the earth, and pedal the legs if that feels good, or explore something else, a sway in the hips. Whatever feels good. Again, reminder that the element of water wants us to hone in on our creativity and our playfulness. Our ability to express ourselves in a way that allows us to feel pleasure. So close the eyes and just feel into your body. Take another breath here. Good. As you inhale, we'll look forwards to the hands, and slowly, slowly as you exhale, begin to tiptoe towards the top of the mat until your feet come outside of your wrists. As you inhale, look up and lengthen the spine. Bend the legs, spin the heels in and the toes out just a little, sink to Malasana Yogi Squat. Now the elbows can come inside of the knees. Maybe again there's this gentle sway from side to side. The hips can be a tricky region for us. And the hips have the most variation in the body between adults. So none of us are the same, and what feels good for me might feel very different for you. Another moment here. Good. Slowly as you inhale, begin to lift your hips. Heel toe the feet in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, step to plank and lower down halfway. Your knees can soften. Inhale, a back bend, roll over the toes, lift the chest. Exhale, hips to the sky. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Mandala 1. As you inhale, reach the right leg to the sky. Slow as you exhale, place the foot outside of your hand. Inhale, lift the chest, wave it forwards. Exhale, bend the elbows, bow the chest towards the earth like Chaturanga Dandasana. As you inhale, side angle lunge, ground the left heel, lift the left arm to the sky. Exhale, warrior 2, push the ground away. Switch the bend of the legs as you inhale, Skandasana at the back. Exhale, frame your left foot, step to plank and lower down halfway. Roll over the toes, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're just doing the exact same thing again. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Inhale, lift the chest, pull the heart through the arms. Exhale, bow the chest towards the earth. Inhale, side angle, drop the left heel, lift the left arm high. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale to the front, Skandasana. Exhale, frame the foot, step back, take your vinyasa. You can skip these if they're too much. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathe in for 2. Drawing shoulders away from the ears. 1 more breath, we stay for 3. Samavriti. Good. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. As you breathe in, pull the heart forwards. Exhale, bend the elbows, lizard wave towards the earth. Inhale, side angle, ground your right foot, lift the right arm to the sky. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, go to the back, Skandasana, side lunge. Exhale, frame the foot, step back, bend your elbows, come down halfway. Roll over the toes, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exactly the same, left leg lifts, breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, bend the elbows, bow towards the earth. Side angle as you inhale, right hand lifts, right foot grounds. Exhale, push the ground away, warrior 2. Inhale, move to the front of the mat, Skandasana. Exhale, frame the foot, step back, vinyasa. As you breathe in, lift the chest. As you breathe out, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Observe the breath, bring it back into balance. And notice the sequence itself like a wave, building to a peak and then coming back down again. Continuously moving, continuously building energy, flowing. Good. As you inhale, look forwards, come to the toes, bend your knees. Exhale, land your feet outside of your hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, sink the bum low. Now as you inhale, lift your hips, wiggle your toes in. Exhale, bow and fold. Root to rise. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms together, push the hips forwards. Exhale, hands pour over the heart center. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, land the hands either side of the body. We go again, same, but just a little bit different. We're gonna build. Inhale, reach the arms up, open the heart. Slow movements. Exhale, we pour over the thighs. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, look up. Plant the palms, exhale, step or hop to plank. Bend your elbows, come down halfway. Roll over your toes, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot outside of your right hand. 3 of those waves. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow it towards the earth. Twice more. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we bow and lower. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow and soften. Side angle, breathe in, lift the left arm to the sky. Exhale, warrior 2. Breathe in to the back, always moving, Skandasana. Exhale, frame the foot, step back, maybe 3-legged vinyasa now as you bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. Now that we're at the back, spinal waves. Inhale to the toes, ripple forwards to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, hips to the sky. Twice more with your breath. Inhale, ripple to plank. Bend the knees, exhale, downward facing. Once more, breathe in, ripple forwards. Breathe out to push it back. Good, the right leg lifts again, 3-legged dog. Exhale, place your right foot outside of your right hand. 1 wave, breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, bow it down. Now inhale, back into that lizard. Exhale, straighten the right leg, pull the hips back, toes to the face, like a half Hanuman. Inhale, pull forwards, open the chest. Exhale, straighten the leg and bow. Last time, inhale. Exhale, we straighten. Finish the flow. Inhale, bend the right leg, side angle, left foot grounds. Exhale, warrior 2. Breathe into the front, Skandasana, side lunge. Exhale, vinyasa of choice. Yes. We meet in downward facing dog. Now you might stay there, downward facing dog, or lower your knees, take a child's pose, pause. Otherwise, if you like getting upside down in your practice, now's your chance. Forearms come to the earth, maybe dolphin, kicking up to a pincher, or find a moment in a headstand if this suits you, but can you keep the element of water in the posture? Maybe bringing the soles of the feet together, finding a hip opener, or stretching the legs wide. Take a few more moments to explore, to play, or to soften. The element of water really reminds us that we can be both things, soft and strong at the same time. So listen to your energy, tune in and go there. I'll meet you back in downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth, let it go. The left leg lifts to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot outside of your left hand. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow it down. Twice more. Inhale, we lift the heart. Exhale, ripple it down. Last one, breathe in, ripple. Exhale and wave it down. As you inhale, side angle lunge, reach the right arm by your ear. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale to the back, Skandasana. Exhale, frame your right foot, step back, take a vinyasa. You can absolutely skip them. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog, we're at the back, so ripple to plank, spinal wave. Exhale, push the hips back. 2 more times, breathe in, roll forwards. Breathe out, push the hips back. Last time, inhale, we ripple forwards. Exhale, hips to the sky. Really nice. 1 more time, the left leg lifts. Breathe in. Exhale, step the foot to the outside of the hand. One wave, breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, bow it down. Now inhale, lizard, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the left leg, draw the toes towards your face. Twice more, move through those shapes fluidly, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the leg and fold. Last time we breathe in, we open the heart, we drop the hips. Exhale, straighten and bow. Finish the flow, inhale, side angle lunge, reach the right arm by your ear. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe into the front, Skandasana. Exhale, frame, and step through your vinyasa. Flowing, or going straight to downward facing dog. And you have those options once more, staying in downward facing dog, lowering to your knees, taking a nice wide child's pose, bringing your forearms down to the earth. Wherever you are, you have a couple of breaths to explore, to strengthen, or to soften, to surrender. Embody the quality of the water that invites you in right now. Good, we'll take another breath. Beautiful. Downward facing dog when you're ready. As you inhale, look forwards, bend your knees. Exhale, land your feet outside of the hands. Malasana yogi squat, bring your hands together. And this time, press the palms together a lot. On the inhale, we're gonna rise. Straighten the legs, breathe in, reach up. Exhale, sink back down, Malasana. Twice more, inhale, we reach up, squeeze the glutes, look up. Exhale, sink it down low. Once more, inhale, rise this time. Exhale, hands to heart center. Heel toe your feet together. Whoops, we're at the front of the mat. You're gonna send the weight into your right foot. Really actively connect through Pada Bandha, locking your right foot to the earth. As you inhale, reach your left knee to the chest. Like you're swimming, take a circle out, around, and down. Twice more, inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, open it around and down. Last time, we inhale, lift the left knee. Open, around, and down. Good, now focus your drishti. Inhale, lift the left knee to the chest. Exhale, begin to circle the left knee back as your right shoulder drops just a little bit. Kick your left leg back, flex the foot, and begin to bend your right leg so that you land in a wide stance. Warrior two, open the arms out wide. Arms in line with your shoulders, breathe in. And as you exhale, sink into the posture a little bit deeper, like you're a jellyfish. Inhale, lift up just slightly. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. So we're like ebbing and flowing in the pose, breathe in. Like a jellyfish, find your depth, now stay there. Inhale, reach the right hand forwards, flip it over. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand reaches up. Left hand trickles down the leg or it meanders behind the back of the body towards the right inner thigh. Maybe you're lifting onto the ball of the right foot, stretching and breathing like a river, flowing along the right side of the body. Good, another breath. Beautiful, lower the heel down as you inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle lunge, maybe a little bit deeper this time. Right hand comes inside of the foot, left arm by your ear. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, circle the arm back and around like you're sweeping forwards. Inhale, open the chest towards the sky. Exhale, circle the arm around and down. Once more, we breathe in and breathe out. Good. Take an inhale. Once you reach the top, look at that left hand. As you exhale, your left hand is going to land inside of your right foot. Easy twist. Reach the right hand to the sky. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Breathe in. Spin on your feet. Reach towards the back foot. Sink the hips. Breathe out. Inhale. Right arm goes overhead. Lift the hips. Exhale again. Reach back towards the back foot. Once more. Inhale. Reach the right arm over your head. Exhale, sink your hips, reach back. Now inhale, lift the hips, spin on your heels, thread your right arm under your left, come to the long edge of your mat. Bring the hands under the shoulders as you inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, wave the chest down in this Prasarita Padottanasana. Twice more. Inhale, push the ground away, lift the chest up. Exhale, bow it down. Last time, inhale, slowly ripple, enjoy the movement. Exhale, bow it down. Good, as you inhale, come up halfway. Spin your left toes towards the back of the mat and sink into that left leg. Skandasana, coming onto the right heel. Reach the left arm wide. As you inhale, that right arm comes to the sky. Exhale, expand, open. The left fingertips trickle a little bit further away. As the right hand pulls you higher, use the tricep and the inner knee connection to open the hip more. Last breath. Good. Bring your gaze down. Pivot to the back of your mat. Your left foot is framed. Lower your right knee down, breathe in. As you breathe out, straighten your left leg, draw the toes to the face. Twice more, inhale, bend the leg, keep the fingertips down. Exhale, straighten the leg and fold. Once more, breathe in, pull forwards. Breathe out, straighten the leg. Now stay here with your left leg straight. Begin to spin your right toes back just a little bit. Bring your right hand just under the shoulder. 2 peace fingers around your left big toe, thumb on top. As you inhale, open the leg to the sky, like a little baby Vashisthasana. If you can't catch the toe, don't worry. Maybe you take the knee, or the knee can be bent. Also, if you have a strap, that's nice here. But opening into the groin of the left side. Look up to the toe. If you can move the drishti once you feel balanced. Good. That foot's going to come back down exactly where it was. Release the toe bind. Bring your hands to frame your left foot. Tuck your right toes. As you inhale, reach the left leg to the sky. 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend your left leg. Open your hip. Now you might stay. You might mobilize the hip, take some circles, or we're going to begin to flip towards a wild thing. But that key word there is towards. Try not to touch the toes to the earth. So you're kind of balancing in a bit of a side plank. Maybe the hand comes towards the top of the foot. You find like a Ardha Dhanurasana, half bow. Eventually, we're going to find our way back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a deep breath out through your mouth. We'll roll forwards to a plank as you breathe in. Bend your knees, wave the hips back to downward facing dog as you breathe out. Beautiful. Take a moment here. Stay in downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees. Child's pose if you wish, or somewhere else. Perhaps you are having a play with inversions. I really like to try puppy press, by bringing my right leg wide, bringing my left foot in towards the pelvis, and then pressing off that right big toe. Finding a wide straddle here, maybe bringing the chin to the chest as you look through. Whatever you want to explore, do so. But wow, it's hard to talk and do an inversion at the same time. So I'm going to rest. You keep exploring for a moment. If you fall, don't worry. Remember, this element calls for us to be playful. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Take an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. As you inhale, look at the hands, come to the toes, bend the knees. Exhale, we'll land the feet outside of your wrists. Finding Malasana once more. Now Malasana, you might stay here. Pausing, you might slide a block under the sacrum and rest. Otherwise, let your hips come up just a little bit and walk your hands through the legs. There might be blocks under your hands here. I've got long arms, so I don't need them. But I'm going to sit the back of my thighs onto the back of my triceps. Then walk the feet in towards me and cross the ankles over. Shoulder pressing pose. Find your balance, gripping the mat with the fingers. You might fall on the bum, that's okay. Eventually, we're going to find our way back into that yogi squat. Elbows inside of the knees, take a breath in. And a big breath out. On your next inhale, push through the pelvis, rise, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, draw the hands together at the heart center. Drink a breath in through the nose. And spill a breath out through the mouth. Bring the hands either side of your body. Heel toe your feet towards one another. Now we have to get back to the front of the mat. So we're going to stay on the right foot and draw the left knee towards the chest once more. That act of swimming the leg back we're going to do again. Allow the left knee to open as you begin to straighten your left leg. Press the heel away, but this time, let your right hand come to the mat or float it or to a block. Left arm goes to the sky. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Balance, breathe. Explore the shape if you wish, perhaps. Bending that top leg, catching the foot, finding Chapasana, or floating the hand towards the heart center. Explore. But we're not rushing. I find so often in my mind, in my practice, I'm rushing to get out of tricky postures, out of standing balances. But the whole intention of this practice is to lengthen the space between each moment, to savor the postures, even if they feel tricky. So take another breath, try and stay. And then gracefully we exit, we bend the right leg, we step the left toes back. Find your warrior two and then straighten your right leg. Reach the right arm to the sky, trickle the left hand down the leg. Breathe in along the right side of the body, reverse triangle. Maybe drawing the right toes to the face, coming onto the heel, big stretch. Good. Ground your right foot back down if you lifted it. Warrior two. And then a little bit like a dance, you're going to switch the bend of the legs. Bend the left leg, sweep the right hand down and up. And find a high crescent, breathe in. Easy twist, pour forwards. Place the right hand inside of your left foot. Left arm goes all the way to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, we stay. Now this might be where you are. Otherwise, we're going for a full Vashisthasana. Just as we did a moment ago on the knee, we're going to take the two left peace fingers around the left big toe, ground the right hand and ground the right foot. Maybe you're taking the knee. As you inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Push the ground away. Maybe the gaze goes up to that top foot. Just have a play around. If you fall, don't worry. It's really not that serious. Good. Stay for that little moment longer than you want to. Beautiful. Release. Find plank pose. Roll forwards, bend the elbows, come halfway down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Child's pose or somewhere else. A few breaths. Feel what you're feeling. Maybe there's that little sway of the hips from side to side in child's pose. Maybe you're even bringing the feet back behind the knees and finding a frog instead. Let's meet back in a downward facing dog. Push the hips to the sky. Take an inhale through your nose. A big exhale through the mouth. As you inhale, look at the hands, come to the toes, bend your knees. Exhale, jump your feet outside of your wrists. Inhale, look up. Exhale, sink the hips, bring the palms together. We're going to shoot to rise. Inhale, reach the palms to the sky. Straight away, exhale, hands over your heart center. Good. Heel toe the feet together, breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands either side of your body. We're just going to do the same thing on the left side. Left foot stays connected to the earth. Inhale, right knee to the chest. Exhale, open it around and down. Twice more, like you're swimming. Breathe in. Circle the knee around and down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, open it around and down. Now bring the right knee to the chest as you breathe in. And begin to extend your right leg back as the left shoulder comes down. Flex the right foot. Bend the left leg and land. Warrior two. Cartwheel the arms up and over. Now like you're a jellyfish. Inhale, there's a little lift. Exhale, there's a little bit of depth. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Sink as you breathe out. Last one, inhale. Exhale, find depth and then stay there. Reach forwards with the left hand, invert. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Look up towards that left hand. Maybe the right hand is trickling down the leg, or it's meandering, finding a new pathway, reaching behind the back of the body towards the left thigh. Maybe you're lifting onto the ball of the left foot. Breathe. Luscious, nutritious breaths, creating space as they wiggle along the riverbed. Another breath. Lower the heel if it's lifted as you breathe in, back to warrior 2. As you breathe out, extended side angle. Atita Pajvakonasana, reach the right arm by your ear, inhale. Exhale, reach back and around, like you're kind of bowling. Sweep that hand, and then open at the top, inhale. Exhale, sweep it around and down. Once more, deep breath in. Sweep it down and around as you breathe out. Then find the swiveling of the chest as much as you can. Inhale. Exhale, twist, right hand down. Left arm reaches to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, spin on your heels, drop your hips, reach towards your right foot. Inhale, extend the arms over the head. Exhale, sink, reach towards the foot. Last time, breathe in. And sink it down as you breathe out. Beautiful. Inhale, come up. Thread your left arm through your right and make your way to the long edge of your mat. Good. As you inhale, lift the heart space up. Exhale, forward fold. Now, slightly deeper variation of Prasarita Parattanasana. Maybe you're bringing your hands down, finding a straddle press to tripod headstand. Maybe the forearms come down. Maybe there's a press to handstand. Or you're just simply sending the weight forwards into the toes, letting the heels feel like they're going to come away from the earth. Sometimes I even like to bend my legs here from side to side. Mobilizing the hips. Let's take one more. If you're up, split your legs, come down, nice and slowly. Inhale, look up. Exhale, spin your right toes towards the back of the mat and sink into that right hip. Skandasana. Stretching your right hand away, lift the left arm to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, reaching in opposite directions. 2 more breaths. Drink it in. Take up as much space as you can. Last one. Good. We're pivoting to the back of the mat. Frame your right foot. Lower your left knee down. Breathe in. Look up. Little Anjane, but the fingers stay connected to the mat. Exhale. Straighten your right leg. Half splits. Twice more. We breathe in. Pull forwards. Breathe out. Straighten the leg. Go back. Last time. Inhale. Pull it forwards. Exhale. Just mobilizing as you send the weight back. Now keep yourself there. Take your 2 peace fingers around your right big toe. Rebend the leg and spin your left toes behind the left knee as you inhale. That baby Vashisthasana. Pushing the left hand into the earth. Look up to that right foot once you feel balanced. Don't worry if the leg's bent. If you need a strap, use your strap. You can even hold the knee. Another breath. Resisting the urge to rush. Place the right foot back down. Tuck your back toes, frame the foot. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the right leg. 3-legged dog, you might stay, you might take some circles. Or begin to pivot and see if you can find a bit of a floating wild thing. Just getting ready for that side plank that's gonna come. Getting used to balancing on one side of the body. Good. Flip it back. Find downward facing dog. We're facing the back of the mat. As you inhale, come onto the toes, ripple forwards to plank. Exhale, the hips to the sky. As you inhale, now look at your hands, come to the toes, bend your knees. Exhale, land your feet outside of your wrists. Good. The same options. You might absolutely slide a block under your bum here and chill. in your Malasana, or maybe Titibasana this time, firefly. Same setup as that shoulder pressing pose. Hands through the legs, fingers forwards. Cross the ankles and then extend one leg and the other. Press the back of the triceps and the back of the hamstrings together. Take a moment, fall on the bum maybe. And we'll meet back. Malasana yogi squat. Use the inhale to push to standing. Breathe in, we rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Heel, toe your feet together. We're at the back of the mat. We just got to get forwards. Send the weight into your left foot. Inhale, right knee rises to the chest. That act of swimming your right leg back. Extend the right leg straight back in space as your left hand comes towards the earth or a block. Right hand rises, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Explore the shape, maybe. Bending that top leg. Kicking the foot into the hand, perhaps as you open the hips. Draw your shoulder back in space. Extending the amount of space in each moment, not rushing, but savoring. Good, slowly, gracefully step it back. Find your warrior two. Straighten the left leg as you inhale. Reverse triangle, left arm to the sky. That right hand trickles, really trickles down the leg. Maybe you're lifting to the heel. Breathe. And then reground that foot. Warrior two. Switch the bend of the legs as you inhale. We come to the front of the mat. High crescent lunge. Exhale, pour your chest over that front leg as you circle the right arm to the sky. Easy twist, take a breath in and a breath out to land. Now maybe you're exploring that full Vashisthasana. Two peace fingers around your right big toe, ground the left hand. As you inhale, lift. Right leg to the sky. The more you ground your left foot, the easier it's going to be. Push, push, push the hips up. Maybe we're holding the knee. Maybe we're in a modified side plank with that bottom leg bent. Eventually, we're all going to take a vinyasa or skip it and meet in a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big breath out through your mouth. Another breath in. And as you breathe out, lower your knees down. Let them be wide. Let your toes come together as you sink the hips to the heels. Child's pose. Stay here if this is serving you. If you want more, if your hips are like, yes, spin the toes behind the knees. Find your frog. Just close the eyes down. Feel what it is that you're feeling in the body. Again, little rock perhaps. Can feel really nurturing here. When we're trying to open into the hips, we have to be tender with ourselves. This area of the body needs to feel safe. Otherwise, we'll just resist and the body will feel like it's in fight or flight, which is really not what we want. Eventually, we're going to end up sitting on the bum. So find your way there, roll forwards, tabletop. However you find your way onto the bottom, do so. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together into like a Baddha Konasana A. So with the spine straight, soles of the feet together. Dictate how far away the feet are depending on your flexibility. Now we're going to start with the right hand. Take your two peace fingers around your right big toe and rock back onto the squishy part of your bum, so not on the sitting bones. Then take your left two peace fingers around your left big toe and rock back. Maybe, I'm not sitting on anything good right now. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're moving in towards a happy baby. Or maybe you're finding Upavishta Konasana. Look up towards the sky, open the legs, open the throat. Perhaps there is a smile that comes onto your face. Breathe. Release the toes, keep the legs there. And then let the legs go, let the heels come down. Wiggle onto the front of your pelvis now. Rock the pelvis forward. Stick the bum out a little bit, deep breath in. And bow forwards inside of the legs as you breathe out. Go to your depths. Inhale into the heart space. Exhale as you bow the heart forward. It's breathing in. And breathing out. Each breath an invitation to slide a little bit further into it. Inhale. Soften on the exhale, pressing the heels down, toes to the sky, finding a perfect balance between softness and strength. Just as this element embodies. One more breath. Find your edge. Good. As you inhale, lift the gaze. As you exhale, walk the hands in towards you. Place your hands under the knees. Draw the knees in towards you. Wrap the arms around the shins and squeeze the legs. Just feel the flood of sensations that come afterwards. And notice how it feels to cradle yourself like this, to hold yourself so tenderly, with so much compassion. This reminder that you are safe, that you are both of those things, soft and strong. Good. Let's release the legs. We will cross the ankles. Find your way onto all fours and then step into a plank. Take a breath in and lower all the way down onto your belly. We're just going to roll over onto the back and then extend your legs away from you. Reach the arms up and over the head. Begin to walk your feet over towards the left. Cross your right ankle over the left ankle maybe. And then walk your arms and your shoulders over towards the left too, so you're in a banana shape with the body. You might take the right wrist with your left hand, but we're just encouraging the hips to close now. Shifting from yang into yin. Balancing the elements. Feeling what it is that's stirring beneath the surface. We moved just as water did throughout that practice then, continuously navigating from place to place, kind of formless, much less focused on the way the asana looked, but instead how it felt. This fluid movement really encouraging us to just be, to be more adaptable. Uncross the ankles. Release the wrists and move to the center of the mat. Pause there for a moment. And then go towards the right. Cross your left ankle outside of the right. And then move the shoulders and the arms too, creating this banana shape once again. Maybe your left ankle now hooks the right. Closing the hips. Breathing along the side of the rib cage. Witnessing the welcoming in of a new moment as you breathe in. and witnessing the release of that moment as you breathe out. Existing within each present moment during that. Uncross the ankles. Make your way back in towards the center. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Round the back. Press the tailbone down into the earth. Take a deep breath in and squeeze everything really tightly. Wrap the arms around the shins. Curl up small. Breathe in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Sip in a little bit more air. Exhale, release everything. Let your feet fall away from you. Shavasana. Wherever you wish to close, if that is somewhere else, go there. Perhaps there's a bolster behind your knees. Whatever you need. And when you enter that final resting position, visualize your body floating on the most perfectly still, perfectly serene body of water. Just bobbing along. Take as long as you need to here. Resting. Floating. But when you are ready, let life come back into you. Wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes, drawing the knees into the chest. Rolling over onto one side, pause there. Before coming up to a comfortable seated position to close together. Drawing the hands together at the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Feel the breath moving through you. Each breath a reminder to exist more consciously in the present. Each moment of the practice a reminder that you can be both things, soft and strong at the same time. Embody that. Thank you so much from me to you for letting me guide you through this practice, wherever it finds you, wherever you are, whatever energy you had. Thank you for showing up and sharing this beautiful practice with me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in studio soon or in a different country on retreat. Thank you from my heart to yours.